Hello, everyone. It's Noelle Russell, and today I want to share with you my recap and review of week 2 of the Ultimate Reset. So the Ultimate Reset is a 21-day healthy detox or cleanse that helps heal your body from the inside out. So it's a 3-week program, and today I'm going to share my review of the past week doing week 2 of the program. So in week 2, you completely eliminate animal products, so including eggs, dairy, and meat. And you move over into a diet that is fruits, vegetables, and whole grains. The majority of the breakfast include fresh fruit, so that's kind of a change from the week before. And like in week 1, you're encouraged to buy all your produce. Try to get all of your produce organic, local, and what's in season. In week 2, you take 4 different supplements throughout the day to aid in the detoxification process. There's Optimize, which you take 3 times a day before meals. There's Detox this week, which you take 3 times a day before meals. Power Greens, which you take once in the afternoon. And Soothe, which you take once before dinner. You also focus on drinking lots and lots and lots of distilled water with a supplement called Mineralize added to it, which is basically just Himalayan pink salt. In week 2, just like in week 1, there's a set menu in the guidebook for your meals: breakfast, lunch, dinner, and an optional afternoon snack. There are options to choose from. If you don't like what's on the set menu, there's something called Reset and a Crunch, which gives you some options each week for the different meals if you're in a time crunch or you just really don't like what's on the menu. But you're really encouraged to stick to the program as much as possible. So that's kind of, in short, the changes or the little tidbits about week 2. My experience with week 2, I thought that it was easier than week 1. I think just because I knew what to expect and I kind of knew how the program worked. So it wasn't so overwhelming to completely change everything like it was in week 1. I didn't have any headaches or like the brain fog and complete tiredness like I did in week 1. So that was good. I also didn't have any cravings really for anything this week. The sugar detox process was gone. And I didn't find that I was really even thinking about anything off the plan. So that was cool. In week 2, I would say I woke up with more energy and more mental clarity, just feeling more mental clarity when I woke up. I had been sick in the month of December with a really nasty chest congestion that carried over into January, and then had a nasty stomach, intestinal bug, and then got a sinus infection kind of thing. So I'd been dealing with congestion in my sinuses and my chest and coughing and lingering runny nose kind of thing for a while. And all of a sudden in the past week, I just noticed that I wasn't waking up stuffy anymore. And I all of a sudden didn't have any congestion whatsoever anymore. I'm like, that's awesome. I've been feeling congested for such a long time. It just felt great to wake up and not have that congestion at all. Which is one of the big reasons why I wanted to even do this in the first place, which is just kind of reset my whole immune system. So that's been kind of cool. I did find that I was waking up with enough energy that I wanted to get up and do some kind of exercise. So in week 1, I was just so sluggish and tired that the first couple of days I took a rest day, and then I did do some yoga and some walking, but I was so tired that I wanted to sleep in and then get my kids off to school, and then I was doing it kind of in the morning time. But this week I felt like I had enough energy to get up early and get something in before the kids were up. So I decided to try the 3-week yoga retreat this week, which is a new program, or a newer program that Beachbody has. And I wasn't sure if it would be too much activity for how low calorie this is, but I found it to be like a really nice way to start the day and very relaxing. I was amazed how tight I was on day 1 just from not doing my normal workouts for a while, but also noticed by the end of the week how much stiffness I had actually worked out of my muscles. So that was kind of cool this week. And although I woke up with more energy and feeling good in the mornings, I still struggled with low energy and sleepiness in the afternoon and evenings. in week 2. I think just majorly because of being hungry and feeling like I wasn't getting enough calories was making me really tired and low energy. So I did head to bed early as much as I could throughout the week. I continue to be really cold. I think that's one of my least favorite things about this program is I'm cold all the time and I can't stand being cold. And I'm not normally a cold person. I'm usually the one in a short sleeve shirt and feeling like I'm sweating all the time. So that's one of my least favorite things about this detox process is being so cold all the time. The other thing that's my least favorite is being hungry all the time. The hardest part for me, I'm sticking to the plan. The hardest part for me is waking up really hungry in the morning, having what would be a normal breakfast and then not feeling like it's enough, like not feeling satisfied, but not being able to eat anything again until lunchtime. So I'm hungry all morning. I get to lunch, eat that, and it's a good portion size, but then I feel like I'm burning through it so fast that I'm hungry again. And I burn through my snack really fast, and then I'm hungry again. And then I burn through dinner, and then I'm hungry again. So I'm not one that typically likes to be in that deprived state. This is definitely my metabolism is burning through this food really fast. There's other people in the groups I'm a part of that seem totally fine with the portions and aren't feeling this way. So it might just be my body and my system, but I've been really hungry all the time. I enjoy the food that I'm eating, just wish I could eat more of it. So I was definitely a little bit irritable, especially in the evening times, just from being so hungry and tired. So I'm looking forward to just kind of getting back to my normal self. There was a new supplement this week called Detox. I was a little nervous about how that was going to taste, what it was going to do to my system. And when I first took it, it's a powder that you mix in water. It's very similar to Fiber Sweep and 3-day refresh, if you've ever tried that. So it kind of feels like if you took whole wheat bread and put it in a blender with water and then drink it. It's kind of like a gritty consistency of ground up bread with a citrusy taste, like lemon. But it does taste a lot better than the Fiber Sweep. Fiber Sweep, I can get that down. But this was not bad whatsoever. The taste was fine. As far as I do feel like it had an effect on the whole bathroom thing for me. The first couple days, my stools were definitely loose and my belly was kind of rumbly in the evenings. And that kind of evened out as the week went on. But I did feel like I was very bloated this week. Some people in the groups I'm a part of were complaining of being like constipated and bloated. I definitely wasn't constipated at all. But the bloating, yes. By the evening time, I felt like I had a little belly. Just from all the fiber. That supplement is giving you a bunch of fiber, plus you're taking in a ton of fruits and vegetables, which is a lot of fiber. So I did feel like every evening, like, I'm bloated, but then I'd wake up with a flat stomach. So it wasn't bad to take that supplement. It wasn't a big deal. It tasted fine, but I was definitely glad at the end of the week that I was done with it, hoping that the bloating and all of that will kind of ease up. Week 2, taking the Power Green supplement in the afternoon was not a big deal. Didn't really think much about it. When I first took it, I thought, wow, this is gross. But I kind of got my system down. I created a separate video, which I will post as well, on just showing my method for taking it. Makes it really easy. I take it in the afternoon. It's not a big deal. I don't even think about it anymore. Also in week 2, I got used to not drinking anything with my meals. So in week 1, that was kind of weird to get used to. And I found like, where's my cup of water? But I got used to it in week 2 and it just has become normal. So you stop drinking like 10 or 15 minutes before your meal. And then you're not supposed to drink during your meal so that you can fully digest your food and the water isn't diluting all of that, your digestive enzymes. And then you don't drink anything for 30 minutes after. So that's become pretty normal to me in week 2. As far as the meal plan, I didn't find the meal plan in week 2 to be as overwhelming as week 1. I think the breakfast transitions to be mostly fruit, so that's pretty easy to do. Lunch, I found like I was using the microgreen salad a lot, so I kind of knew the ingredients to have on hand, how long it would take to prepare all the stuff, so that wasn't a big deal. So it really just came down to new recipes at dinner time. So definitely wasn't as overwhelming as week 1 was. I didn't really have any cravings this week. Like I said, sugar detox was completely gone, so it's not like I was craving anything sweet whatsoever. The only things is I found I could really go for some cashews. And I think I'm just craving some healthy fat. So there was times just going by the pantry where I was looking for something where I thought, oh, I wish I could grab a handful of cashews. That's the only thing I can't wait to have when I'm done with this, and a cup of real coffee. I'm not a daily coffee drinker. I broke that habit a while ago. But I found, I think just from being so cold all the time and tired, that's like a natural trigger for me. Cold, tired, I should have a cup of coffee. So there's been a lot of days where I thought, oh, I just wish I could have a cup of coffee. I am drinking a lot of herbal tea, and I found a really cool dandelion tea that kind of tastes like coffee that I've been using in between meals to kind of help with hunger. Okay, so week 2, my cons for week 2. I think the hardest part, I already touched on this, the hardest part of week 2 was just being hungry and cold all the time. Eesh. It's been a challenge. I haven't missed any foods that we're cutting out. I don't find like, oh, I'm really missing meat. Oh, I'm really missing bread. I'm not really missing any of that stuff. I like the food that I'm eating. I just wish that I could eat more of it. Sorry, I have a timer going off. And I find that I'm craving healthy fat. So it's been a struggle for me. I don't like going around feeling hungry all the time. This has been tough. I'm sticking to the plan, but I'm going to say it's been tough. Every day I'm excited to get through the day and be one step closer to being done. It does take a lot of effort to plan and prep and cook all of these meals. I'm used to just making Shakeology for breakfast, super easy, 5 minutes. Same kind of salad thing for lunch, it's really easy, throw it together, 5 minutes. And then our normal rotation of dinners, which I've gotten down to dinners that I can make in under a half an hour, so they're quick because life is busy with 3 kids and all of our activities in the evening and homework and bath time and bedtime. And so taking an hour to cook dinner makes me grumpy sometimes when it's all of this cooking, and every night it's something where I don't know how long this is really going to take me to do this. So that part, I feel like that's been a challenge for me, is spending so much time thinking about food, thinking about the timing, planning stuff out, cooking stuff. That part has been the challenging part for me. And it's also hard to stick to the set schedule of when you have to eat, when you have to take your supplements, when you can drink water. It's just a lot of mental energy to follow the plan as laid out. But the pros, I think my favorite thing about week 2 is just more awesome recipes. I have to say, the little book that you get with it in the meal plan, the recipes are really, really good. I think this is the first time I've ever eaten just completely vegan for an extended period of time, and I really enjoy eating this way. The fruits and vegetables are delicious, and I found in week 2, there were so many times where simple stuff I've had before just tasted so much better. Like, I don't even know what it was this week, steamed zucchini or steamed kale or broccoli just tasted so much better because you take all the processed everything out of your diet and you truly appreciate real whole food from nature. So that part's been really cool. I also, a big plus for this week is the 3-week yoga retreat. It's a newer program. I've wanted to try it. Something I always struggle with is fitting yoga in because I like my intense workouts. So I thought this would be a really great time to try it and just see what it's like, see if I like it, and I really enjoy it. So now I'm getting a taste of kind of a slower paced program. It's not boring. I enjoy doing it. I look forward to the new workout the next day. I think every single day of the 21-day program is a new yoga practice. And I'm enjoying it. It's a relaxing way to start my day. Yes, it's totally different than the crazy workouts I typically enjoy, but I think it's really good for my body to slow down and take this little break. So that's been a great thing about the past week. My tips for week 2. Same tips as my video in last week. If you want to check that out, that's already posted. For the detox supplement, I took 8 ounces of water. There's a range on the packet of what to mix it with. I did 8 ounces of distilled water in a shaker cup with a little blender ball. Just shook it up and then drank it with a straw. I found it was really easy to take, but that was my method. My next tip is I really find it helpful. I've found it really helpful to be a part of an online accountability and support group while I'm doing this. I'm a part of 3 different groups on Facebook of people that are going through the program at the same time as me. And it's been so helpful just to have a community to check in with, to vent when you're having a rough time, to ask questions. There's a couple times with recipes where it's like, this doesn't look right. And then getting advice from people and just sharing encouragement and results. It's really motivating to see somebody else's results that's a little bit ahead of you. So that's been really helpful to make me feel like I'm not out on an island all by myself doing this alone. So I highly suggest getting a group of people or getting a coach like me to help you through it, but that's been really helpful. And then my last tip is just to have an open mind with this program. I've heard different people that aren't doing it, just in my personal life or online, that are like, oh, I don't like red peppers, I'm not making that. Oh, I don't like onions, I'm not making that. And yes, I do. When I was younger, I was a much pickier eater, and it's something I've been working on for years to work on. But so many of the recipes where I thought, ugh, that has olives, I don't like olives. I told myself I'm going to try it anyways. I'm going to try it once, and if I don't like it, I won't make it again. And I have been surprised at how many recipes where my mind said, you're not going to like this, I actually made it and I actually enjoyed it. So it's really opening my mind to what I think I like and don't like and trying new things, because now I have a whole list of new recipes going forward and a whole list of new ingredients of vegetables I've never tried before that now I know I like, and I know how to make them with a really good recipe. So that's been awesome. So keep an open mind. Never say never. Something that you never liked, if you have it prepared a different way, you might find you like it. Okay? This week, favorite recipes from week 2. If you are heading into this yourself, pinto beans and rice is amazing. Looking at the recipe, that's something I would have said, that doesn't really sound very good. So good. So good. I'm putting this on my normal rotation after this. The Mediterranean roasted beets were delicious. I love that. Coconut collard greens. I've never made collard greens before. That recipe is awesome. You have to try that recipe. It's so, so good. I think my husband was laughing at me that night at how many times I was saying, oh my gosh, this is so good when I was eating it. And my whole family was looking at me like I was a crazy person. Based on how it looked on my plate, it did not look like it would taste good, but it was so good. So good. That's going on my normal rotation after this. Next, toasted millet. Never bought millet before, didn't know where it was in the store, never made millet before, but I made it for my whole family as a nice surprise one night. And you know what? They all liked it. And now that's going on our normal rotation. When I was planning out meals for week 3, one of the days my family was around, and I said, oh, what should we have with this for the family? And my daughter said, oh, how about that millet? Can we have that again? So that's going to be another healthy grain to have in our normal rotation for my family, plus it's gluten-free, which I'm trying to transition more and more of my family's meals to that. So that was awesome. And then finally, I made an edamame and corn succotash, which was awesome as well. Interesting combination of things that I don't usually make together. It would be an awesome summer salad, but it was so good. Awesome mix of flavors. I loved it. That's going to go on my normal rotation after this as well. I was thinking the other day about how many new foods and ingredients and things I've shopped for and I've tried in the past 2 weeks has been kind of mind-blowing to me. So I'm like, I'm going to sit down and make a list of all of the new things that I've tried. So I did that for week 1, but just for week 2, things that I don't usually eat or buy. Pinto beans, I don't think I've ever made those. Those are good. Ginger root, now I've bought that before, but I don't cook with it regularly. Use that this week. Collard greens, like I said, I've never made that. Millet, never made that. Sesame tahini, I've never cooked with that really. Miso paste, not a huge fan, but I did try that this week a couple times. Edamame, I don't usually cook that. That was good. I did buy organic and non-GMO for edamame and the corn. I always look for non-GMO and organic on those. Rice vinegar, I don't usually cook with that. That was new this week. Sorry. Shallots and red onion I use this week. I've always been somebody that doesn't like onions. And so far in the recipes, they've called for, I've used sweet onion, shallots, and red onion, and I've liked all the recipes. So that is like a huge miracle in my world, if you would know me in my opinion on onions. Steamed kale, I usually eat that raw or in smoothies, so I don't usually use that as a side dish, but I made that a couple times. And then coconut aminos, great soy-free alternative to soy sauce that has awesome flavor. That's going in my, not my pantry, it goes in the refrigerator after you open it, but that's going into my normal seasoning repertoire after this. So that's my recap. That's my tips for week 2 of the Ultimate Reset. 2 weeks down, 1 to go. Can't wait to be over, but I'm glad I'm doing it. If you're considering the program, if you have any questions, comment below, and I am always happy to help. I hope you have a great day, everyone. Thanks for watching.